Looney, mate, with the raid. We're just setting up. Thank you for the raid, guys. We're going to be live in 2 seconds. I might as well do this on the PC. I'll show you guys what I'm literally trying to do. Just text the missus. that, surely. All good, mate. All good. Let's see what we can do. Alright, first things first. Let's pause the music, because I don't actually like playing FM with music in the background, personally. If you are watching on YouTube, can you do us a favour and hit the like button over on YouTube? That would be very, very, very beneficial. If you're watching over on Twitch from the Looney Raid, definitely go check Looney out, obviously. If you come from Looney, you're probably already following. But, yeah. Yes, mother? No, I'm fine, thanks. Coffee is all I need for breakfast. How are we doing, guys? Now, what I literally was checking before I went live was fantasy. So, I actually turned the game off in the 90th minute, getting very frustrated watching West Ham, and then saw Bowen get an assist late doors. Obviously, Gabriel had no flag. Arteta must have said something. He'll start. I'm not nearly guaranteed that he will start, but anyhow. What I wanted to check was who I'm playing in my head-to-heads. That's me. Whoops. I am playing this guy here in this head-to-head. He's Captain Yorkers against Palace. Wow. We should be beating that. Saying that Esteve against Wolves, Petrovic against Forest, Van der Ven against Everton, and Chalobah against Sunderland's a really good backline for this week. Saka, Doku, Mbeumo, Gordon. If Doku starts, it's a problem. If he doesn't start, it's really good. Joe Pedro against Sunderland could be an issue, but Sunderland have defended really well. So, should be winning that head-to-head. Or should be going close. Gary has captain Haaland like I have. He's got Rodon on the bench. Well, unlucky. I would have been very tempted to play Rodon with how bad West Ham have been. Out Nuri, Cucurella, it's not bad. Semenyo, Bruno, Reinders, Gakpo. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That could beat me this week, depending. Strata squad. Let's have a look here quickly now head-to-head here against Mark. He's got Isildur, which I quite like as a pick. Foster as well, so very cheap, which is nothing wrong with being quite cheap up top. And there's not a lot of great strikers out there at the moment. Kudus, Reinders, Rice, Semenyo, Senesi, Saliba, Virgil, and Ray. That's actually a pretty good side. So, again, we probably should be beating that with our side that we have. But, yeah. Head-to-head league is Josh. We're playing against Josh. All these are paid leagues, obviously, while I check. Pope's a really good pick, so there you go. I'm good at Alkno. We'll get into FM stuff in a second. I'm just checking over who I'm playing in fantasy this week. Chalobah, again, he's popping up everywhere, and he looks pretty good as a pick. I really wouldn't mind him. Van der Ven, Calafiore, Sacco, Rogers, Semenyo, Anthony. I got Anthony starting as well. Walter Marte, Pedro, and Haaland is seeing a lot of at the moment, but there we are. I did not, but I had Jared Bowen, so I did get my 5 points from Bowen. And Osran's the last one that I'm playing. As I said, these are all paid head-to-heads. He's starting when I was against Arsenal, which is perfectly fine, because if they create anything, it'd be fine. And Sarr, I'm starting Sarr as well. I actually benched Mateta. Porro's not a bad pick. Virgil, look, we're crap, but oh well. We started the Bruvko over Sells, which I would have done if I was him. Kudus, Semenyo, Mbeumo, and Sarr. Look, Kudus is one of those players, you own him, great. If you don't, who really cares? Haaland, yep. Strand Larson against Burnley is a pretty good fixture, but Wolves have been pretty bad. We'll see how that goes. And Joe Pedro against Sunderland. Joe Pedro everywhere. I haven't been on him for a while. King, Livramento, Milenkovic on the bench. Interesting bench. Yeah, that's not a bad team either. I would say that we have a pretty difficult time in winning most of those head-to-heads. Main reason is that... Main reason is it comes down to how well Enzo plays, and probably comes down to if Newcastle keep a clean sheet and Burn gets DC. Because I'm playing a couple of people that have got, yeah. Anyhow, if I knew Gabriel was going to have an injury flag, I would have done what I was planning to do instead of rolling, which would have been Raya to Roofs. I would have then done Anderson with enough money to get the Yuri and Timber, and I would have benched Gabriel here, but... not the plan. Anyhow, look, 5 points from Bowen. It's not too bad. That should give me a little small green arrow. But who really cares? All right, let's get into FM and real life football. Sulla's clearly either A, not dealing with the loss of Jota, which is what's being reported. But I think it's just the poor system from Slots causing this. It's too high, he's too wide, yeah. Getting no support. He's not playing Frimpong, which would alleviate that pressure because he will bomb him and get past him. I think Arne is really screwing the pooch with a pretty world-class squad. But anyhow, it is what it is. Players will be right. View recommended players, if we can. Go to the list section. You can't go Control A anymore, which is really annoying. Like, Control A, bro. Just let us go Control A. I don't plan on signing anyone in this save. Mainly because for a second I thought that was actual Gabriel that was listed. It was like, hey, a world-class centre-back would do. We're just trying to get through the season, a little bit of a let's play, and then we're going to get into our main save at some point. Which, look, considering how long it takes to get between games, this will definitely take its time. But yeah, I think we will. You know, if this was FM 24, we would have probably got through a whole season in today's stream, but maybe not. Send the assistant. Coaching advice, coaching meeting, sure. They reckon Saboz can't score. Like, who's saying this? He's got 11 finishing with 14 long shots. No. And they reckon don't move into the channel so often for Fring Pine. That's a bit weird. Does he actually have that? He's got 12 anticipation, 15 off the ball. He's actually decent at that. Alright. Continue on. Nothing in that report was anything that I would have agreed with, to be quite fair. Maybe a couple of the coaching ones. As you guys can see, we're currently on 15 points, joint top. We've only lost one game all season. We lost yesterday on stream 2-0 to Arsenal. We're probably lucky it wasn't 4 or 5. Arsenal really dominated us. We have a couple big games coming up. We've got Chelsea, United, and Man City in the UCL. The UCL doesn't really matter too much as of right now. Liverpool injury update. A couple guys are back. A couple guys have got high. Rio's back from injury, which is not too bad. Rio hasn't really been developing, to be quite honest. I would put him on training, even though we're not going to be here for a long time. They reckon endurance. See, I reckon attacking movement, personally, which I hate that it doesn't highlight what you're working on with him with training, because I know that's anticipation, I know that's decisions, and I know that's off the ball. But yeah, games being the game there. Anyhow. I will probably fix that. Partially passed. That's interesting. I never heard of a partial pass. 45 minutes. Okay, so he partially passed, but not for the full set, which is pretty interesting. Who we got next in the league? Got Chelsea, so we should rotate against Club Brugge, and we will. Can we quick pick a more rotated squad, thanks? So Marmadashvili, Bradley, Kanate, Van Dijk, Kirkes. I think I would rather start a centre-back here. And I hate how it, like, completely rotates the team out as well. Joe Gomez playing? He's playing DM. Okay, this is a bit weird. All right. Gomez and Kanate can play together. Van Dijk will come out of playing DM for sure. And where's Ty and... Is Neon here? Neon's playing upper line. Wow, okay. Neon gets in the DM because the guy can actually play DM. Cool. Yeah, they've over-rotated. And, like, the bench is all out of sorts. So let's just do that. Gakpo, Kezia, Hugo, Ekatike. I'm actually going to get Kezia to play up front. And I'm actually going to get Rio, who's been past fit for 45 to play. Whoever Rio is. Rio, yeah. Past 45, you'll play. Yeah, it's too rotated. This is why I hate that you can't save your rotated squad. Just in case we get into trouble. Just in case we get into trouble. And just in case we get into trouble. Curtis Jones is injured, which is a little bit of an issue too. Who do I play? Gravenberch probably shouldn't be playing like so. I might get Gravenberch in here. I'm going to start Florian Wirtz then. You're telling me Wirtz doesn't like to be as an advanced playmaker back here? It says that he is. It doesn't say that he is there, which is a bit odd. It's because it's in possession, out of possession combined. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so rotating him, Ahmedashvili, Connor Bradley, Kanate will start, Gomez, Kirkes, Naomi, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Rio, Gakpo, Kezia will obviously bring off Florian Wirtz for lots of Boz or McAllister early, is what I would say we're going to do. Curtis is out injured. I don't think we have another central midfielder that can come in and do the job. Like, they just put a heap of like these kids on the bench if you hit rotation. It's just like, come on, really? Yeah. Don't worry. Rio's only going to play 45. We'll get him off at half time. If we're not winning, we'll get Salah on at 45 minutes. In real life, my teammates been have this guy, and so many clubs want him. And 1 year ago, he went for like 20 mil for him in the future. Let's have a look. Matthias Stitterlin. Well-rounded at 18 years of age. There's definitely a lot of potential here. Quite like him, to be honest. Definitely like him. My favourites, we've got to play like favourites. In the snow, boys. In the snow. Got all my editing done as well this morning. I'm pretty happy. That's nice. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see what we can do here, boys. At home, let's get underway. We're in the red, obviously. They are in the white. Mahmudashvili finds Gomez. Ball out wide to Cody Gakpo. And away we go. Kirkes again, playing in that more withdrawn fullback role. Finds Florian Wirtz, getting towards that byline. Big switch out to Rio. For a second, I thought he scored. Might move us to low graphically as well. I feel like there's just a little bit of lag, even though my computer's like pretty powerful. A bit annoying. Gonna have to go get a new graphics card, I reckon. One 0 Florian Wirtz. Good free kick. Nice. Good free kick from Florian. We do lead 1-0 here in the Champions League against Club Brugge at Anfield. A very nice free kick, it has to be said. And there we go. Highlight from kickoff. Okay, we've conceded straight after kickoff, which I saw happen to Looney Hoon a lot in his stream today. Simon Mignolet on his return to Anfield, going long. Should be Kirkus' ball. Kirkus has no arms. No one has arms apart from Nyom. Can't give away a handball at least. No legs as well. Interesting. Connor Bradley. Ball across the box. No good. Anyway, Rio gets fouled. Referee plays advantage. Connor Bradley with no knees. Cody Gakpo with no arms. Wow, how we missed. Anyway, Kezia. Anyway. Fano, our resident tech guru, by the way, just said maybe it's time for an upgrade. Maybe it is. Alright, low really just annoys me because I can't see much of the players. This is what high looks, by the way. For those wondering what high looks, it looks visually pleasing. The game just lags. Goal given. 2-1 up. Beautiful. Sorry, I was sending photos to our tech guru, Big Chief in chat, but Big Fano. Oh, decision goals disallowed. Okay. I need to get used to that, because usually when it just pops up saying goal, it's a goal. See what I mean? Like, it lags here trying to do this, and, like, there's no lines as well, which, like, they should pause and give you lines. 15 minutes, we actually should get Rio off because it hurts, actually. But considering that we're not winning... Where is Mohamed Salah? I'll definitely put him on the bench. Oh, he's right up the top. Yeah, I'm sure. We'll get Mohamed out there for Rio. Change will take place in the next phase. Cool, cool. We're 2-1 down. Well, great start. It seems like we're starting the same as we did yesterday on stream. Just can't win a game. Cool. Nice to know that screen still pops up. Kezi is hurt. Beautiful. Is he going to come off? What's he going to do? Oh, we did rotate, and now we're copping it. Isak's on. So Boslai's on. Birch wins. Good ball out there to Isak. We need a goal. Salah wants it. Screaming for it. Ignored. Weird 1-2, boys. But sure. Can we get the ball in there, Connor? Numbers in the box. He doesn't. Of course he doesn't. They love playing this little pass. It's really annoying. And Isak misses. Of course he does. Like, anytime the opposition get a chance in and around that 6-yard box goal, we get a chance. Just always missed. It's really annoying. Really need a patch finishing. It's probably a foul, but anyhow. Birch finds Sabaz. Wirtz was in a great spot, got ignored. Great ball. Sabozlai, got to cut it. Yep. Point blank header and Mignolet makes a save, sure. Well, every time, man. It's the same thing. I watch the same game every game in this database. In the beta, you just watch the same game. It's literally all it is you dominate. The opposition keeper and centre backs block everything. They get one or two chances and score them all. Fucking hell, man. Finally, a goal. So Bosler makes the run. It's 2-2. Going to stay on attacking and try to win the game because we've got world-class players out there. Gravenberch into Hugo Katike. Great ball through. Good run from Saboz coming from deep. And Saboz in the end with a finish that Mignolet, out of all the saves he made from point-blank range, he should have probably saved that one. Considering we were 2-1 down and being absolutely FM'd, I would take a 2-2 draw here. But hopefully there is a highlight late doors here with Mamardashvili being able to start us building out from the back. Would have loved to have fully rotated for this game, but it is what it is. Anyhow, Connor Bradley finds Mohamed Salah. Bradley making the run. Instead, it's a ball over the top. Hugo might be in. Good touch. Hugo Katike. Mignolet with another big save. That one there should be saved, though. So that's a fine highlight. It's a ball into a channel. Hard for the striker to score. It has to be perfect cross keeper. It wasn't. That's a good highlight. It's these where it's like a cross into the 6-yard box and your striker misses from 6 yards out every time. I'm yet to see a striker score from 6 yards from a cross. It's always it hits the keeper, hits the defender, and falls to him in the 6-yard box. I haven't seen one goal. We saw one with Joe Pedro. It was a ball that was crossed after one touch, cross and bang, or he met the ball and yeah. Anyhow, we're probably going to get hit on the break here because the highlight is still continuing and they love a long ball. So that's going to be Connor Bradley. Inside ball. No, fine. Salah peeling wide, which is fine. That's not going to... Well, that did work. Salah going to get on that? No, it's a pointless highlight. Cool. That looked like football, though. Is there going to be a highlight here in the 94th or 5th minute? Probably not, but yeah, we have dominated. Well, a last gasp chance. Haaland just made it 4-2 there in the league phase. So, Boz, can he head one home, maybe? Can we find a header, maybe? No, you go short. Cool. Gravenberch. Something from the training ground. Joe Gomez. Florian Wirtz hits the bar. Hugo Katike, he's offside. Wouldn't even bother. Sums it up. He's offside. He's celebrating, but he's off by a mile. Hey, it counted. He looked off by a mile. Oh, he's on. We get a 95th minute winner in the Champions League to keep our undefeated and our winning streak alive, which is pretty good to see. Unreal. Let's go. I'll take it. 2 games, 2 wins in the Champions League. Kirkers is out for 2 weeks. Kezia is out for 7 weeks. Praise Akatige's performance. We've got Chelsea. What we're going to do is go pick the squad now, so then I know what squad that I'm going to pick. I reckon Endo starting. I don't know about Endo starting, boys, but sure. And I like my bench to be all numbered out, please. Florian Wirtz definitely starts. McAllister probably starts over Endo, to be fair. Yeah, McAllister actually likes it as a DM on FM, which he sort of does in real life, but not really. Rio can be a backup. We need a backup striker and a backup winger, which could be Jaden Dans, to be fair. Is Dans developing? Oh, he is. Look at the development on Jaden Dans. Love it. Determination's gone up. He's starting to go. He's got that 5-star potential. We're going to maybe start using Jaden Dans off the bench. Would love to loan him in non-league to legend or part to prem. Just get Jaden Dans on loan in like League 2 or something and just let him dominate. That would be insane. So Rio, Dans, Gakpo. Endo can make the bench. Gomez is fine. We need a backup left back, but I think we have an injury to Kirkers, don't we? He's out for a couple of weeks, so we don't have a backup left back. So Gomez can be that backup left back. Endo, Gravenberch, Gakpo. Who should make the bench here? Kezi is in trouble. Kirkers is in trouble. Not going to put 2 keepers on the bench. So yeah, that actually is probably our best team. And we have some random youngster that is sitting there on the bench. Is there an under 18 or under 19 guy that is actually could be of use to the squad? Leone, obviously. Badgertech probably could make the bench. Trey Leone does make the team. Is he on the bench here? Is Mr. Leone? Don't want pens. Apologies. Just click in the tactics, please. He only comes into the squad when he's in the Champions League. I really rate Trey. Game doesn't. I do in real life. Can we make him move to the senior squad, and can we make him available for all under 21 games? Thank you, Portal. And we'll go back to squad now because that should reset it. And now we're going to get Trey Leone. I don't see him again. Alright, whatever. Sim 4 today. So that's the sort of glitchiness that I see. But yeah. Alright, 2 tasks. We have a professional contract. Just whatever. I don't really care. Unless they're like of good ability, which they're not. Development meeting. They wanted me to talk about locker room atmosphere. Apparently, Mamadashvili can't speak English, sure. Ekatika I've spoken to a lot, so I'm not going to do that. Ekatika, by the way, is dominating. Don't even know what we're working him on. I would be working him on final third. The game and me think the same. Beautiful. Hello, Mohammed. How are you going today? Watching over on the YouTube. For those wondering who Mohammed is on the Twitch chat. Again, I can't get these two to talk to each other, so I would love to see that happen. Might just need to start getting like a pop-up chat so you guys can like see everything. But yeah. I also think we need to move our camera to the other side, which is a little annoying. Might. It was like, this is where the team is, and like, you can maybe do this. So maybe we try and do this. Unlock. Put it like here. Border for the camera. Here. But I feel like that would get in the way. Is that better? Is it better on that side, or is it better on the other side, boys? I feel like it has to go here because of like so you can see the team. Australian, mate. I'm from Australia. Is it better on the right hand side so you guys can see like the team visualizer, which is probably important, or is it better on the other side? I don't think there's too much importance down the bottom right. I'm just thinking for games, like when the game's being played. I don't know where to put it. What do we think on the camera? Is it better on this side? We're normally from the left side than the right. Yeah, I'm thinking that too, but I'm not sure. This is what you do to go see. Where is like RDF keeping his thing? He's keeping it where I just moved it. Cool. And then where is Zealand keeping his thing? When Zealand was playing. Yeah, same place. Okay, cool. So we just moved it across and moved it here, which I used to have it on this side, changed it the other way, and then moved it back. So, yeah. Oh, we said we were going to do this as a YouTube episode, actually. Shit. Nearly forgot. Three, two, one, and let's go. Well, it's going a whole heap better than it did at Chelsea, ain't it? It was pretty easy to beat that, right? Are we better than Arne Slot? Oh, let's run the intro and find out. Three, two, one, and let's go. Welcome back to... No, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Yes, everyone, welcome back to another episode on the YouTube channel. It is, of course, Damo. We're here with the Let's Play and the Liverpool Football Club here in our first season of the FM26 beta. If you are enjoying the content on the channel and there's been a lot of hype, we're over the 500 sub mark, please hit the sub button, hit the notification bell so you know when we're live, as we're currently on stream again. If you watched the episode 1 and if you watched the Chelsea save, you know that we streamed for 13 hours yesterday, got sacked, and now our Liverpool manager, and trying to see if we can do better than what Arne is doing in real life, which is pretty easy to beat. Since we last met, though, ladies and gentlemen, which was episode 1, and I highly recommend checking it out. There will be a link to the playlist at the end of the video. We did play the Community Shield, which we won 3-0, and Bournemouth, which we won 3-0 as well. Newcastle, we obviously won 2-0. We lost our first Premier League game to Arsenal, and I will say we were lucky to only lose 2-0. In the match engine, Arsenal are untouchable. They looked really, really, really good. So yeah, losing 2-0 there. We then beat Burnley 3-2, Red Star 1-0 away from home while fully rotating, which is good. Beat Everton 1-0, beat Wimbledon 6-1. Mohamed Salah came off the bench and scored a hat-trick because Rio got injured in this game. We then won 1-0 against Crystal Palace, and we just played Club Brugge on stream, and we needed a 95th minute winner and an 83rd minute equaliser in a game that we had 3.64 XG, and Simon Mignolet had an outrageous game in goal, saving everything. So yeah, that's currently how it's going here at Liverpool. In terms of the table, I know a lot of people like the XG table. You just go into your portal, find Premier League down the bottom. If it's not the Premier League game, that won't be there, but there you are. And as you can see from the XG table, actually 2 goals under. We've only scored 10 goals, and we're below our XG, so we're underperforming, which Liverpool were doing in real life. We've conceded exactly 5 goals, 13 points. It's not too bad. We're doing okay. As promised in today's episode, we are going to have a Chelsea and United. We do have a big game against City in the Champions League phase, but we've won 2 games from 2. The rest of our league phase is Sporting, which should be difficult. PSG, which should be difficult. Frankfurt, we should win pretty easily. Monaco, we should probably win, and Bold Glimp. So we should be getting 3 in that. We'll give you Champions League action later down the save. So today, 2 big Premier League games against 2 bigger clubs and against the club that we just got sacked at. So let's go and exact some revenge. I'm going to cut back in to our first highlight of the match, and hopefully it is a Liverpool win. All right, nice. Episode 2, part 2 is done. And for those that don't know, we do release, obviously, YouTube content on top of streaming. I just do it all whilst you're live on stream, because why not? But anyway, go to the match. We've picked our best 11 and best bench, and away we go. Hopefully we do okay. Take a swig of the coffee. Attend the game. Here we are. Chelsea lineup, as you can see on screen, Enzo and Salcedo together playing 4-2-3-1. We did try that, and every time when we were Chelsea manager, we would. Reece James or Cucurella would just get caught out over the top. So if we play some long balls into Salah and some long balls into, we are starting Ekitike through the middle and Isak out wide. Isak, we should be getting in behind. Wow, they've done Maresca dirty there. Look at how bad Maresca looks. We are currently on max graphics, and I have moved my camera over here because getting complaints that people couldn't see the tactic visualizer, which is definitely fair. And I highly recommend if you are streaming or whatever, probably keep it in this corner. Seems like RDF Tactic Zealand and everyone's putting it here at the moment. Players are walking out here, though, in the pouring rain at Stamford Bridge. It is going to be Chelsea in the blue, Liverpool in the red. I'll be interested to see how they line up. Straight away, it looks like Cucurella's inverting in possession, which is something we did try. Yeah, a lot of the AI plays 4-4-2 without the ball. So maybe something to think about when we do our long-term save. The goal of this save is if we get through one season, we have like big success, is I'm going to just start the Prem and just get it going even in the beta. Anyway, ball back stick. Florian Wirtz won't win that one. Good to see a cross actually get in the box, though. And Robertson bombing on from fullback, even though I've told him not really to. Florian Wirtz now takes a dig, and unfortunately that's going to be not at all close to the goal. TC tried this game yesterday, not hard to win, just needed some tweaking tactics based on different players. Interesting. Who are you playing with, mate? And Mohammed, who's come in on the YouTube live stream, says he's an Arsenal fan, so he's happy that Arsenal won. Very nice indeed. 20 minutes played, though. Nothing much to write home about. Chelsea dominating the ball, which does not bother me because we dominated the ball when we were in charge there and we couldn't do anything. Yeah, see, Mohammed, I am the same. Mohammed's actually managing Arsenal. Liverpool slapped them 5-1. For those that were here in the live stream yesterday, and YouTube, just letting you know, Arsenal were broken. They beat me 2-0 and it should have been 6. Every highlight was like Saka doing bits. So it seems like the really, really big teams are really hard to play against. Anyway, Pedro Neto flicks to Robertson. Because we haven't had the computer on for 13 hours, it's not lagging that much, which is great. But, yeah, we definitely need to make some improvements to the PC to max out graphics. Good touch from Isak, and Wirtz making a great run beyond. Can he get something in the box? Instead he cuts back, because that's what they do every time in this game. Isak scores, though. Very well done by Wirtz. Sanchez doing what Sanchez did for us in the Chelsea goal, just flopping around and not being able to do anything. And we are 1-0 to the good. A brilliant, well-worked move. And that is superb. Love the camera angle here. Wirtz picks it up in that half space. He finds it back a line here to Isak. And look, Sanchez, I don't know what this is. Just a very delayed late dive. Maybe he didn't even see it. To be fair, I don't think he's meant to save that. But 1-0, 33 minutes played. Nice to be beating the team that couldn't even play football when we were in charge. Take a swig of the nice barista-made coffee. And the team is moving along nicely here towards half-time. Right on half-time, there is a highlight. They do love showing you the highlight, even on key. That brings you to half-time a lot. So this may be pointless. As Benot Badiashile is literally time-wasting out to half-time before he eventually plays Salcedo, who's dropped in. Can we maybe win the ball high? Not. Yeah. Pointless highlight. Made me commentator for no reason. Alright, half-time 1-0. I feel like the gameplay has to be on one-time speed. If you play it on 1.25 or more, it just lags a lot. So, yeah. Anyhow, at half-time here, we're doing really well. As mentioned, this is a Let's Play, so we will be playing United in the next part of this episode. I don't plan on making a transfer. I'm going to try and keep it as realistic as possible. So, you know, Liverpool have their squad. They won't spend any money in Jan, I don't think. And yeah, try and see if we can win the league and the Champions League like so. Isak finds Szoboszlai. Mohamed Salah, get on your left foot and have a dig. Instead, he finds Frimpong. They play a 1-2. Frimpong still there in support. Salah stands up his man. He'll score, surely. And that's generally how the goals are scored on FM this year, is you get it to your world-class wingers and just let them cut around people, run and shoot. 50 minutes played. We're 2-0 to the good. Mohamed Salah doing Mohamed Salah things, as you can see. He stands up Cucurella, leaves him for dead. Cook doing what Cook normally does when I was in charge. A deflected effort goes in. I don't think Sanchez would have saved it anyway. And we are 2-0 to the good. Time is ticking. One thing I am finding in the beta, if you are looking for some tactical help, is I find that you get more highlights and more chances and better XG on balance than you did on positive or attacking. It's probably my biggest thing, as I played positive and attacking the whole time with Chelsea. Didn't really do much, or would just miss a lot. On balance, it seems to be a lot better, which is... Don't know if that's going to be the meta, but yeah, anyhow. Maybe the meta in the beta for those that are thinking. Time's getting towards the 70th minute. We do have a highlight here with Frimpong as we get our first little bit of lag there trying to load into the game. But Mohamed Salah now can turn. Great ball. And look at the run from Wirtz. Was ignored. That's fine. Finds Frimpong bombing on. He's the only fullback that's allowed to. Great ball to Salah. Great movement here. Salah. Ball back stick. Isak, big body. Heads back. Florian Wirtz is there. What a goal. What a team goal. Great ball back stick. Florian Wirtz scores. I think we have built a 4-3-3 that is very usable team. And we are 3-0 to the good against Chelsea. This is very much what the Chelsea team was like. Maybe it wasn't me. Maybe Chelsea were just bad. Rio's come back from injury, but we are going to get him on here. Hugo Ekatife for Jaden Dans, who, by the way, Jaden Dans, can't show you. He's developing a lot, Jaden Dans. Maybe if we do it there. Yeah, we're going to get Dans up front. Pure disdain. Endo doesn't play too many minutes, so I'm going to get him in for McAllister. And anyone else that's not 100% fit should be fine there. We'll just confirm the squad and away we go. But yeah, beautiful. 71 minutes played. 3-0 to the good. We are looking fantastic. I am over the moon with how we have gone today. Approaching full time. Will there be another highlight? Will we keep the onslaught going? There's a highlight here. I'm actually going to get Cody Gakpo in for Salah. And I am going to get Wirtz with Szoboszlai around the other way, and I am going to bring on Ryan Gravenberch in that channel forward role. Last changes made, 10 minutes to go, 3-0, looking very comfortable, and we'll be giving you the big Northwest derby, United versus Liverpool, a game we lost in real life. Hopefully, we do not lose here. So far, everything that Slot has failed to do, we have done with this world-class squad in this save, apart from beating Arsenal. But I would happily lose to Arsenal and win the title if Slot beats Arsenal real life and finishes 5th. Which is what could happen. Time ticks away here. Will we get a 91st, 92nd minute highlight? The answer to that is going to be yes. And maybe we might concede. They actually wanted me to move into a trigger press and a low block. Maybe not when you're dominating. But anyhow. Robertson finds Van Dijk. Van Dijk, that's a bad ball. Curtis is injured, Mohammed. Curtis is injured. We win it back, though. Frimpong from distance. Well, look, Sanchez is that bad of a keeper. We did watch him came across yesterday and literally had it in both his hands and then dropped it for their striker to score. It was quite hilarious. We weren't too pleased because it was about 10 hours into the stream. In saying that, though, we do win 3-0. A brilliant performance. Top performers down here, of course, were, as you can see, Alexander Isak having a worldie of a day, which is pretty nice to see. If you're looking at the match stats, there they are. This is what I do like about the UI, is you can see all of this, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, the in-possession formation here and the out-of-possession for Liverpool and how we played. I'm sure that they will populate more stats and stuff. As you can see, they try to play 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, which is exactly what I tried to do. I did the same thing the AI did. They got slapped, I got slapped. Nice to know that it wasn't just me at Chelsea Football Club. Comprehensive as it gets, we're blown away. We're going to send our assistant, and we're going to give you the Man United game, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go anywhere. We're about to cut straight into that. It's going to be United. It's going to be Liverpool. It's going to be at Anfield. And it's going to be an epic one for us to win. Cool. Things are going well, lads. Things are going well. But yeah, Jones is injured. And away we go. Actually got 14 days, which is not bad. It must be an international break. So hopefully we don't get too many injuries. Definitely getting more used to the UI the more that I've been playing as well. Not too bad. We are on 18 points. Spurs actually have a game in hand. And just won 4-3 there. So there you go. If we go to squad... It's so weird seeing a YouTube video being recorded and have, but you have a new subscriber. Thanks, Muhammad. Cheers, mate. I try to do it. It makes it so much easier than me actually streaming for 13 hours, then filming a YouTube video. Because I was like, I always want to release content because I live in Australia, right? So a lot of my original viewer base, FM19, FM18, lived in the UK. So I was like, they're going to miss a lot if I play during the day. So I was like, oh, just when an episode comes up, it's an important game, I'm going to film it, right? The only problem is I'll play 13 hours. I've already got 3 episodes to come out for Chelsea, and I've got at least 2 episodes to come out for Liverpool, right? So the YouTube's always going to be about 7 to 10 days behind where the stream is. But what's good is what I've started doing is for the YouTube streams that I'm just putting them all in a playlist. So I've got like the Chelsea beta stream from yesterday's in its own playlist because I got sacked. The Liverpool live stream is going to be here, and then you can at least go back and be like, oh, Damien stream, here's the VOD. Because on Twitch, you have to pay in order to keep your VOD there for full time. So yeah, that's why I'm streaming on both, and I've always done it that way, just so, you know, it is what it is. We used to have a lot of fun with it back in the day when I streamed a lot. But yeah, I'm glad, Mohammed. Thank you very much. Cheers for subscribing. But yeah, we're doing okay. Obviously, yesterday was quite a number of hours of rage whilst we were getting sacked, but it's all well and good. Liverpool training schedule for the coming weeks. Cool. Looks like that's doing all its thing. Unfit first team players, coaching assignments, whatever. I don't really care. Food poisoning. Don't worry. Been there and done that, mate. No good. All right, we're on our way, and away we go. Just texting the girlfriend. She's asking how it's going, and I'm like, yeah, it's better today than it was the other day. Right, anyhow, staffing, advice, Boslo resumes training, Argentina call up. We got no tasks here, so I don't know why it wasn't continuing. He's on international duty. Yeah, Rio can go do what he needs to do as well. True, because I'm from Kenya and it's 2 a.m. in the morning right now, so keep myself occupied at work. Yeah, this is why I do what I do, right? Which is why I film episodes, and like you can always catch up, and if you're behind, I'll be like, look, it's coming out on this day. So I try to batch upload. I've already got 2 episodes ready to go. I've got an episode dropping at 6:30 p.m. tonight. It's currently 9:44 a.m. And then I got another one for tomorrow with the Chelsea save. And then I've got one for Chelsea on Tuesday. And then I'll get the Liverpool stuff out on Thursday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And then just keep going in like that sort of cycle until the main game. Thing is, from what I've seen, I can definitely sink a lot of hours into this game. It's about getting used to it. And I know the most reason people do a beta save, right, is because the game's buggy, it's glitchy. Back in the day, you used to not be able to carry over your save. You can now. I used to not have... what's it going to be? So Bosler's out for 3 to 5 weeks. That's no good. I used to have, like, the gameplay would be like this, and then the goal patch it, and then it would be completely different. So the tactic you've built and the players you bought in your save is now redundant because, like, there was one in, like, FM19 or FM21 where it was, like, wingers were really overpowered in the beta, and all of a sudden you had to play, like, 4-1-2-1-2 narrow in order to be any decent, and then it was like, my squad that I just built is, like, woeful. A lot of people complained about it, so that's why people usually do a beta save and a main save, but I don't see the game changing that much. I see it being patched. I see some UI patches being made. I see it being patched in terms of, like, player ability to cross and make a decision a little bit better. But in terms of it being a fundamental change where wingers are redundant or whatever, I don't think that's going to be the case. So I definitely think, and FC Halifax is actually one of the teams that was recommended to me to be, is that once we get through this season with Liverpool, and I have nowhere to be until at least 6 p.m. tonight, so we're here for quite a number of hours again today, and then we're going to go back to having a bit of a normal schedule. My beautiful girlfriend has allowed me a couple of days, even though I don't think she's too impressed that I've decided to sit in front of a computer for 14 hours yesterday, and I'm going to sit in front of a computer for 10 hours today at a minimum. I think we could get through a season because I'm not trying to make any transfer. I'm just trying to speed run a Let's Play. We could start the non-league to legend, which could be really interesting. Just don't know what the non-league to legend looks like. Anyway, Man United, here we go. So Kirkes makes the bench for sure. Curtis Jones coming back from injury probably should make the bench here. So Bosley is injured. Right. But yeah, that's why most people don't do away their main save from the beta. But I really don't see there being a massive change in the gameplay or the fundamentals of what's broken, what's not. So we might be starting on League to Legend at some point. Could be even today if we get through the season quickly enough. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Game number 2 of the Let's Play. And today, it is going to be Man United. Unfortunately, Szoboszlai, who's been world-class, he's playing out of his skin at the moment. If we look at performance, regular starter form, as you can bring it up here, all teams just Liverpool. As you can see, 16 appearances, a max rating of 8.6, that's 7.49, has 6 goals and 6 assists in 16 games in all competitions this year. I really like this screen, by the way. Very easy to get. You just click on the player and you go, by the way, in the Prem, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 returns in 7 would be really good in fantasy. You just go to here, go to performance and click the form tile, which is quite nice. The tile system in like the player page, really good in the UI. So, yeah, kudos to FM because we have been bagging out the beta a little bit. But so Bosley got injured at international break. So Curtis Jones coming back from injury will make it to the bench. We are actually going to start Gravenberch, and we are going to move Gravenberch back a line, and we are going to bring McAllister into the channel midfield role. I have not done that properly, though. We need to go to combined here, and then we need to do this. And I think McAllister's much better in that role. If we go to overview, McAllister actually prefers to be back a line, but as a channel midfielder, I think he would be much better than not. So we are going to play him in there and play Gravenberch in his more natural position. But yeah, anyhow, outside of that, it will be Alisson, Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson. Van Dijk's actually looked better as a non-ball playing defender in the system as well, so moved him to left centre back over the last month. Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz, Salah, Isak, Ekatiko. No Szoboszlai as said, but lots of people back from injury. Kezia nearly back and fit. He is back in 2 to 4 weeks, so he's not there ready for the bench. Let's just go slap United up, shall we? It always feels nice. Yeah, TCG makes a good point. He was Liverpool when he was dominating games, and he said, yeah, make sure to use fullbacks, not wingbacks. Something we did at Chelsea the whole day in 11 and a half hours. We tried to get these attacking fullbacks bombing on, playing this beautiful football side to side, creating overloads, things that you read about in your coaching manuals when you're doing your C license and your B license, your A license, about how to create 2v1s and stretch opposition. Does not work. It's like FIFA. If you do that, the opposition win the ball, play a 60-yard diagonal, and they're out 2v1, or 1v1, and it's game over because your fullback is too far out. Even though you're out of position, you tell them to come straight back and hold position and come all the way back, they're just too far forward. So very much like FIFA, you just tell your boys to hold, and that's what we've done. Especially on the left-hand side, we told our left set the back to drop inside with the back three to make a free, and Frimpong's the only one that's allowed to go. And that's what we've done. Anyway, United lining up with Bruno Mount and Buemo Dorgu, Casemiro, Manu, and Dalot. And then it probably is a free at the back with Harry Maguire, etc. United aren't in the bottom half of the table, so that's very interesting to notice. But we're at Anfield, Premier League, big game. The biggest game in the Premier League. You can't tell me otherwise. Maybe a little bit of bias. But it is the biggest game in the Premier League historically, I believe. Should be. Anyhow. Alright. Away we go in to kick off. United are going to be in the white. We're in the red. Just text the missus that I was in an episode. So I'll respond to her in a second. And away we go. Are we getting a highlight from kickoff, or is this just the pointless one? It is the pointless one. Awesome. Be interested to see how United shape up out of the ball. They play the same shape. Cool. Interesting. Wonder if there's going to be space behind Dorgu and Dalot for Salah to get into. United seem to be dominating possession, but possession is very weighted, I feel, to like at 5-minute blocks. It's a poor ball, and we'll get on it. Frimpong now. Plus, I don't really care. I care about us scoring goals and creating chances and being defensively solid, so possession is whatever. Anyhow, Mohamed Salah, he goes into Hugo Ekitike. He has the run of words. Instead, he's got not much around him. He goes for goal from a long way out, and that is apparently a key highlight. I am unsure why the game has shown us this. Maybe it's United building out from the back. Maybe it's us winning it on the press because United aren't that good with the ball. Or maybe it was just pointless. It is 0-0. We are struggling to get on the ball, which doesn't bother me. We've already done better than Slot. We haven't conceded inside a minute, which is nice. We're not here to talk about refereeing decisions about allowing the game to go on when there's a head injury or anything, but, you know, we're doing better than Slot at the moment. Anyhow. Patrick Dorgu. Salah wins the ball. Good press from Mohamed and great body, Dorgu. Get back to the gym, mate. Up you get. Kanate. Finds Salah dropping in. Ball inside. Finds McAllister. And this is where we're good. Hugo Ekitike. Gravenberch. Out the other side. Great ball into Isak. Can stand up his man. Comes inside. Does he shoot maybe? Maybe he does. And he scores. Alexander Isak. Gravenberch with a great switch of play. We came out one way. Back inside and out the other. And well, boys, that 2-in, 1-out that you maybe get taught about when you're a coach. Get the ball on one wing, play 2 passes inside and a big boy out the other. And that's how you stretch a game of football. Isak stands up his man. They sit off him. And Lammers can't save that. We are 1-0 to the good. Alexander Isak is very good at football. Highlight. Lautaro Martinez building out. So United will play out a lot and we'll just squeeze. And they go long. And that should be Robertson's. And it is. Wirtz touches into Isak. Wirtz still with him. Instead he loses out. You can't lose that ball there, Isak. Oh, poor back pass. I have not seen this. That's the first time I've seen a bad back pass. But if it's going to be a team, it will be United. Hugo Ekitike alert to it. A poor back ball. And in the end, an easily finished chance. And United at Anfield are rocked. And we're 2-0 to the good. A very bad back pass. First time I've seen that, but it's United. That's quite realistic, let's be honest. 2-0 to the good. Time ticking towards halftime. Approaching the 40th minute. As you can see from the match stats, United had more of the ball, but we're having more of the game. I'll check the match momentum. Throw-in is flicked on and then cleared by Casemiro. Van Dijk, crunching header. Back to Robertson. Good ball to Isak. First time cross. Hugo Ekitike. Salah can't find a shot. Falls to McAllister, who, from the penalty spot, blasts over the bar. Should have really been free. Still going to be 2-0. Match momentum, as you can see here. United, bottom here, had periods. We're up the top there, and we are definitely having more of the match momentum. And even though United may have 65% of the ball, we're sat in, we're winning the ball, we're hitting them on the break. It's typical Liverpool, get the ball in space. And away we go. The boys are delighted with the 2-0 lead. I am too. Let's see how it continues. Their goalkeeper's going to try and roll out the ball, according to our assistant. Cool, that doesn't bother me. He can roll it out. He can do whatever. Be Liverpool kicking to your left. They'll screen there in the 2D. United going the other way. As you can see, we're creating chances. That balanced system just creates chances, boys. We had a couple of shots there, but nothing to note. A highlight now, though, and it's Brian Mbeumo. A goal for United would make things nervy. Bruno Fernandes trying to create. Salah stands him up. In the end, unfortunately, it falls back to Dorgu. Salah wins it again. No, he doesn't, actually. He left the ball behind. Dorgu now. He's got options. His ball in. Good ball in too. And that's a goal with Brian Mbeumo. Just like that, it's 2-1. A little bit lucky is what I would say. A little bit lucky is what I would say. They've only got really one guy to aim in. It's a perfect ball. Someone really should have been able to defend that. But yeah. Just like that. Against the run of the play. 2-1. But we're still in the lead, and that's all that matters. It can't always be easy. As McAllister picks the ball up here. Robertson's got Gravenberch in a good spot. Instead, it finds McAllister. Frimpong should have been bombing on. And there he goes. McAllister now. Can he put the ball in the box? He can. I think Hugo might be offside. The linesman's flag didn't go up, but that doesn't matter on this FM. I've seen the flag go up and it be called a goal. I've seen the flag stay down and be called offside. And I've seen the opposite too. Checking goal. Let's go. VAR says yes, 3-1. What I don't like is that they don't show the lines anymore. Hopefully that's patched. Yeah, he's behind McAllister, so that's fine. 3-1. Great ball. Great work. Great stuff from McAllister. That channel midfielder really is important in a 4-3-3. I'm very happy with this system. I'm that happy with this system, I will be trialling it in our Park to Prem non-league to legend. 3-1 to the good. 68 minutes played. We are going to make a couple of changes. Anyone tired? Apparently Suller and Isak are both tired. Interesting. Rio on one side, and I'm going to bring in Cody Gakpo on the other side. Is what I'm going to do. Maybe move Gakpo to the left and Rio to the right is maybe what I should do. Anyone else here? Not really. I'm going to bring Connor Bradley in for Frimpong, just a local boy. Understands it. And Robertson's not at his best at game, so I'm going to bring Kirkers in too, just to deal with those wing-backs bombing on as United probably will get more men forward. 70th minute. Casemiro wins that header. Poor throw in, but Connor Bradley will win it back with Gravenberch. And a weird highlight, but in the end it's Connor Bradley bombing on. The ball across the box was dangerous. Didn't find anyone. Kirkes. Look, mate, I don't rate him in real life. I think he's woeful. And I don't think that was good. But there we are. TCG used Wirtz as a channel midfielder. How did he go? For those wondering in the Twitch live stream and the YouTube live stream. If you are watching the YouTube episode, though, thank you for being here. Do like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as we try to win the Prem and the Champions League in one season with Liverpool in our Let's Play series. If you want to leave a comment on who to be in the non-league to legend, you can do so. We may have already selected by that time, as we have a corner here in the 85th minute for Mac 10. He pops it in there. Doesn't fall to anyone. For Florian Wirtz, though, should recycle. He's got Gravenberch with him. Pick your pass, Gravenberch. Finds Mac 10. Big moment. Rabona ball in. Somehow it's not gone in the back of the net. I see that happen a lot. Like, crosses and it's just a simple tap in and then it's like scuffed and it's a goal line scramble. But it is what it is. Absolutely dominated according to the stats here. I know we've only had 41% possession, but 2.35 XG, 20 shots, 12 on target. We are approaching a very, very good victory, boys. That is 2 wins from 2 today in today's episode. We beat Chelsea, a team that got us sacked. And we won 3-1, and I'm pretty happy with that. Address the team. I'm very happy the way you played. I thought we looked fantastic today. And that is superb. That will keep us top of the table, you would imagine. We'll just do this quickly to get rid of that. We go to Portal quickly. It's a Champions League group stage. Unfortunate. We go to PL, though, and do that. You'll see here we are currently top on 21 points. Aston Villa actually have a game in hand, and Spurs have 2 games in hand. Chelsea have Arsenal have 1. But we have done very, very well. Our next episode will be Portal and fixtures. So we'll just play the game here. I'm going to bring you back for the Arsenal game on Wednesday, the 7th of January, is what I'm going to do. I think that's a good game. Gives us for a couple of months of football here. We come back for Arsenal, which would be a big game. A big game in terms of the league title fight. Can we go and win the title in season 1? Are we better than Arne Slot? Well, hit the sub button, like the video, and I'll see you next time for another episode where we will find that out. You've got the playlist to this series here, and you have a best view video just there as well. Catch you guys later. Bye. Anyhow, very well done. Another YouTube video done and dusted. Let's go and bring up our file explorer and FM26 and Dunsky. Done. Send the assistant. Connor Bradley does well. Liverpool's 5th straight win. Nice. Doing really well. If you are watching, thank you very much. Make sure you're interacting with the chat. And that's 5 straight wins for us now. I'm pretty happy with this system, not going to lie. Need to set your tactic to work ball in the box if you don't want them to shoot from afar. I don't want to set that either because I don't mind it. I just don't expect my left back to shoot from 40 yards out. It was, Kirk is being rubbish. I don't rate him in real life, as you can tell. Didn't even rate him at Bournemouth. Who we got here in the Champions League? We got Man City. Okay, bit of an interesting game here against City. Think we'll go full strength and expect to lose. Freddie Woodman's out. That's no good. There's a missed an open chance like that, yeah. Eze. I don't rate him. I think he's the worst fullback we've signed since Fabio Aurelio. Javi Manquillo. Give me prime Jose Enrique. Give me prime Jose Enrique, please. Much better. That's how you know I've been a Liverpool fan for a while. All my life, actually. Prime Jose Enrique. Recruitment advice, I don't really care. They want me to sign McAllister to a new deal. Cool. I normally would talk it down, but we're only doing 1 season, so it doesn't really matter. Usually they tell you, they give you an inbox being like, hey, you should actually do this tactically against them. But it doesn't look like that's come to fruition here. I think that's how I'm going to pick it. Connor Bradley's injured, apparently. That's not good. So Connor Bradley will make way. Kezia can't really make the bench. I don't think he's fit yet. We're running out of people to have on the bench, man. Maybe just pick the same 11 that beat United. I'm going to buy Real Madrid and Blue Neri. Salah's want to buy Real Madrid. If they give me 150 million, sure. Real Madrid want everyone. Arsenal want Alisson. That's unrealistic. I don't have anyone else for the bench. Like, everyone else is injured or unregistered. And I don't think I can really afford to put Chiesa to the bench either. Well, there you go. Anyhow, here's what is. We probably lose this game. We're just full disclaimer. We will likely lose. So apparently SI have already done some fixes. I've got it on my phone. These are the fixes they've already done. Various stability fixes. Fixed crashes when creating a new save. Fixed issues where the back button incorrectly takes the user to a previous team meeting. That was happening a lot. Filter on tactic screen now works in all resolutions. That's nice. Fixed issues with radio buttons, texting formatting during manager creation. Didn't see that. Fixed crash when play instructions. Nice. Fixed issue where sometimes the continue button wouldn't work. I had that issue and it was very annoying. Player icons are no longer misaligned in the squad first team. Cool, I didn't see any of that. Fixed soft locked after creating a new FMC account. I don't have one. Fixed occasional crash when using any team talk option after a match. I had that happen to me in the Champions League after we won 3-0 against Inter in my Chelsea save. It was very annoying. Fixed issue where sometimes you're unable to leave a match. That also happened. Fixed issues where player exchanges transfer will see the player joining the AI club become a free agent on completion of the deal. Wow, I didn't see any of that. Fixed issues where the users were unable to close a tactical analysis view once open. Fixed issues where the keyboard shortcuts were causing soft lock in manager creation. So that's what they fixed so far in 24 hours. So the fact that they've done that in 24 hours is actually pretty impressive, to be fair. Opposition instructions. I can't go to it from here. That's pretty annoying. They got Donnarumma, Ake, Guardiola playing at left back. It went too quick for me to actually read the team out there. Anyway, we've gone unchanged. Man City did lose one of their 2 games. Injuries always seems to be high. But yeah, interesting. Man, I will say, in the graphics, on match graphics, Champions League looks so clean. Oh. Anyhow, away we go. At the Etherhad, not getting much lag, but I was copping all this graphical lag yesterday after 13 hours. When the computer was getting past 8 hours, it was screaming with the fan at me. Anyhow, what I will do is we'll go to tactics. We're going to go to opposition instructions here. What do you think, Mr. Assistant? You think this. Always tightly mark all of them. I don't like that because then we're going to just get pulled out of position. Haaland must be... I actually don't mind this and press Rodri every time. I think we always get on Foden as well. Do that. Feel like opposition instructions, something I didn't use at all yesterday. I've been using it today and we've been okay, so it might be important. Might not be. This might be ludicrous, but yeah. Anyway, Doku makes a run. Gravenberch wins. Florian Wirtz finds a ball out to Salah and we can go on the break. Hugo, can you make a run maybe? And in the end, Salah runs into a cul-de-sac and loses out. Phil Foden, though, drifting inside. Marmouche. Bit too easy, boys. Should have probably been a goal. 0-0, 7 minutes. The only big team we played, like big Chelsea and United, with full respect, are a big club. But the only world-class thing we played was Arsenal, and they slapped us 2-0. So it'll be interesting to see how we go here. So we look to play out, and Chelsea look to press. Very well done from the boys, and Alisson does well. Finds Mohamed Salah. Frimpong. Beating men. Salah. Hugo. Don't know who you look for. Will. I haven't been playing much online. Live has been going so well. Made over 100k in the last 3 months playing live, so there's no need to play online. As Isak wins, good press. Instead of playing inside, he's going to just go on a little run down this left-hand side, which we see a lot, and he won't beat Savinio, and that's probably a highlight. It's not. Who knows? Maybe Robertson can find a good throw-in. Just throw it into his feet and get it back. Thank you. Well done, Gravenberch. McAllister. Kanate. Look at Frimpong. There it is. Good football. Actually, very well played, boys. Oh, Frimpong. I think that was a cross. It's hit the bar. I don't know why Robertson hasn't gone to the ball there because it basically fell to him. I believe that was a cross, not a shot, and Frimpong's hit the bar with a mistimed cross. That would have been nice. We already look much better than we did against Arsenal, as Salah wins it back. The never-ending highlight here. I don't like that from Gravenberch trying to take his man on there. Jeremy Frimpong. Needs feet. Instead, he loses out here, and that should be a highlight. Do you think Liverpool have a shout for the Prem? Yes, because it's still very early on in the season, but it's going to be very difficult. I'm not counting us out for sure. We just need to turn it on and just figure it out. Once we do, we'll be fine. But yeah, I think lots of people panicking counting us out because they're so used to City getting 98 points this year. 88 points to win the league. So yeah, that's what I think. I don't see Arsenal, as much as they're great, I don't see them getting 97 points, right? Not saying we're going to get 97 points, but it's not like, oh, you've had 2 losses, the season's over. Where when you lost 2 games in the season, when City 3-4 years ago, it was like, oh, your season's done, City won't lose. I don't think Arsenal are of that level. City, I think, are the team everyone needs to watch out for. If they get going, and the way Haaland's playing at the moment, forget about it. They'll win the league, not Arsenal. As McAllister scores... We're 1-0 up here against Manchester City. McAllister doing bits. We're 1-0 to the good. Mohamed Salah, Mick at 10. Cuts inside as McAllister. And McAllister fires home. Ruben Diaz, the play out. It's probably a very good ball knowing Ruben Diaz, and it is in a Doku. I like how our lines collapse right on top of him, though, saying that Doku's probably good enough to beat about 3 people here, and that's generally how it goes in the thing. Oh, good run from Doku, got ignored. There it is, though. You saw it. This is a big moment. Oh, Allison blocks the cross, and then we block the shot. We get a little lucky. And the Florian Wirtz. Just briefly, we need to pick our non-league to legend save. I had Scunthorpe thrown to me, and they're in the VNL. I think it was South Shields, which I think is in the VNL North. As we're 1-0 down as I'm doing that. Beautiful. Should be concentrating on the game. Also, what else is we're so dominant and barely conceding shots, leave alone goals. What else is more dominant? I think our issue is we can't finish our chances, firstly, obviously. Secondly, I think defensively we're very open. We're conceding quite a lot of chances, too many for an elite club. So, yeah, it is what it is. I think we're in a little bit of trouble. By the way, 1-1, been a good game. What I'm creating here is a wheel of names. So, if there is a non-league club, they have to be in the Vanarama National League or the Vanarama North or South, you need to put them on here. I think Dorking was another one, and they're in the VNL North/South. Just got to do it like that. VNL and an S. Hopefully there wasn't a highlight here as that's going on. It is halftime. Beautiful. But yeah, if there is a non-league club that you would like me to do for part to Prem, non-league to legend, let me know. Let me know. I don't know if this is a pointless highlight or not. Copped an injury? I missed what happened. Did we cop an injury? Who got injured? Isak has, by the looks of this. Says that he's alright here. Okay. Cody Gakpo will come in. It's not good that Isak got injured. He's been pretty dominant for us, actually. But yeah, if you got any non-league to legend clubs that you would like us to be, get them in the comment section. There's our first bit of lag, by the way, boys. The lag is coming. 57 minutes. Ruben Diaz, Rico Lewis. We started very well, but I think we're just getting a little bit tired now, and City just looked dominant. Really have moved us around today. That is a ball. Foden should score. That is sensational football, to be fair. There we go. It's a very good goal. But yeah, if you've got a non-league club that you'd like us to be, let us know. We have a lot of tired players out here. We're just out of our depth, unfortunately, or out of fitness is what I should say. Curtis, you're not fit, but you're gonna have to come in because I don't want to really risk a first team injury. Naomi's gonna come in for Gravenberch as well. Yeah, just lack of fitness, unfortunately. Should have rested. Forgot about that. That's my bad as a manager. Forgot about resting. I was like, oh, who are we even playing in the Champions League? Man City, your hardest game. Well, PSG probably is. But yeah, anyhow. Who knows, though? We've got fitness out there. We've got Rio out there. Rio's a wonder boy, star boy. Florian Wirtz won't score this. You won't, Florian. Thought you won't. Didn't think it was happening. Only Sabozla can do that. Anyhow. Use Morecambe. Yeah, we can have a look at Morecambe. Put him on the list. Morecambe are in the National League. We're in the VNL. Thank you very much for watching, by the way, boys. 90th minute. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. Sorry, I'm actually trying to get another club on my thing. Is what it is. I've got Morecambe on the list at least, which is good. They're in the Vanarama National. There was another club that was recommended to me, and I can't remember. I'm proud of your effort, boys, to be fair. We just went toe-to-toe with City, lost 2-1. It was down to fitness, really. To be fair, the Foden's goal was really well taken. Isak is out for 7 days to 2 weeks. Okay, so not the longest injury as well. They're in the National League or the Vanarama National? In the Vanarama National. I don't know if there's a difference. What is Vanarama National? Vanarama North and South. Isn't that the same? Maybe it's not because I'm not from England and I'm saying it wrong. But I always thought it was VNL, VNL North, VNL South. Not as in the South and the North are, one above the other. It's just similar. They say the South's harder than the North, even though I would think the North is harder than the South because in the North you have Liverpool, you have City, you have Everton, all those clubs. They're very good Premier League clubs. So it seems like a lot of good football clubs come from the north-hand side of England. I don't know. I obviously don't live enough in England to know that deep-rootedness, but yeah. Like, what we could do is literally just load in and then be like, who is the worst predicted club? That's my poker thing. Apologies, boys. Accidentally hit a shorts key there. Is who's the worst predicted club in the whole of the English pyramid that you can play and take them the glory? Like, that's something we could do. But I would love a little bit of, like, I would love a little bit of background. Yeah, okay, Young Joe, we'll have a look. Mason Greenwood, okay, interesting story. So they really did think that he did what he did, right? And hence why United got rid of him. I understand that. Forest Green and Hartlepool, yeah, Forest Green I nearly did say because they got good youth on FM, which is weird. Oh, he does look good, eh? Look, obviously he was clear to all charges. He didn't do what he did, right? But they got rid of him. He would have been a huge talent at United. Could you imagine if him and Rashford gone on? United would have been set. But, anyhow. I understand why they got rid of him with everything going on. I completely get that. He actually looks really good. Like passing, dribbling, finishing, pace, very well rounded. I rate that as a shout, to be honest. I don't need him. To be fair, if I wanted to make the squad world class, I'll be buying players and stuff, but I don't need to make it world class because I only plan on doing one season. Use the suggested squad, please. Yes, make the changes, boys. Looks like they want me to rotate a little bit here for Brentford. We'll do it. So we had Hartlepool, I think was what was there. Hartlepool in the Hartlepool is in the VNL. We're getting a lot of VNL clubs. Forest Green Rovers is also in the VNL. I would love to get some South or some North. Pretty sure Forest Green are in the VNL as well. Yeah, they're in the National League. But yeah, if there's a favourite club of yours or a local club to you that you support, I'm more than happy to have a look. We have 5 players improving in training, by the way, which is nice. I will say this screen needs to, show you who's improving and who's not. The fact that you can't see that is ridiculous. But yeah. Yeah, correct. I would go on a limb to say that is, and the way they handled Rashford his whole career is probably as well. Rashford is a baller, man. Look what he's doing at Barca. Really, really, really good to watch too. Don't get me wrong, really seeing United struggle, but I feel like the Premier League's a lot better off when United are really, really strong. Because imagine if you had Liverpool, United, City, Chelsea, and Arsenal all at the same time, all really strong, like the best teams in the world. Insane title fight. Insane. And that's what we want. It never goes like that because teams have, transition periods and there's one team's really good, the other team's probably transitioning. It's kind of how sport goes. But I think the Premier League is better off, or it's great for the Premier League if it's like a traditional United versus Liverpool title race, right? Or it's Arsenal and it's Arsenal and Chelsea. It's just huge, right? That's when you think of premium Premier League, peak Premier League, you're thinking 04, 05, Wenger, Mourinho, you're thinking 08, 09, Ferguson and Benitez. That's what you go to, right? So yeah. And then you probably throw in Klopp and Guardiola, any of the Chelsea, Liverpool title fights. But it was different, right? Because Arsenal and take Arsenal and Chelsea or United and Arsenal, Wenger and Ferguson, right? They would lose games in the run-in because the Premier League was strong. Not saying that you won't lose games in the run-in, but as you're seeing teams win the league with 97 points, whatever. Back then it was 80 points with winning the league. You lose a couple games and be like, all right, we'll just keep on them. And the mind games would begin and be like, you draw and be like, nah, it's 1 point gained. They might you lose. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reminiscing too much, but yeah, I really thought the Prem was really good back in the day. Still think the Prem's fine, and I'm obviously heavily invested because I play fantasy quite a fair bit. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyhow, Virgil van Dijk has been rested. I don't like this. If Van Dijk's fit, he should play, really, I think. Badger Tech apparently comes to the bench. Look, we'll get Van Dijk to the bench. Maybe we can get away with rotating a little bit. Maybe. They want me to start Leone and Kanate. Oh, I don't know about this. Nah, start Van Dijk. If we're winning, we'll bring him off. Salah needs to make the bench as well. Like, we're not dropping Salah for a whole game. Florian Wirtz as well, huh? Alisson, Gomez, Canado, Van Dijk, Robertson, Endo can start, McAllister can play, Gravenberch, whatever. I don't even think he should probably be playing there, but sure. Probably do it that way. Florian Wirtz, Mohamed Salah, Gakpo, Frimpong. Look, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go mostly rotated because the boys need some rest. When's our next league game, though? That's the thing, fixture schedule. So we've got a Cameroon Cup game against United, which I don't really care about. So with that being said, and I know it's against United, we don't like using United, we can rotate there. So with that said, not set pieces, I don't really care. Didn't even realize we haven't even created any. Cool, whatever. There we go. We've got some set pieces loaded. I want you to now quick pick, and I want you to pick my best 11. And I reckon it's Gomez, Canade, Van Dijk, Robertson, McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike. I probably would go with that. Rio on the bench, Leone on the bench, Jones is not fit, Isak's not fit, Kezi is not fit. I would go with that and rotate in the next game. I'd probably start Frimpong then. Channel midfielder. I actually think we'll go Gravenberch back here, McAllister's channel midfielder, start Endo. Is what I would do. Yeah, let's go with that. And we'll rotate against United. Right. Chest Ham United, we'll put them on the list. Where are they? They're in the south. Let's have a look. See, put them into Google quickly. What I'm doing is just taking them on Google and then putting them in here. It's Chest Ham, no T. Ah, Chess Ham. Interesting. For those that are wondering, we are compiling a list of names. We are looking for clubs in the Vanarama National North and South to pick in order to do a non-league to legend with. So by all means, we'll get that sorted. Anyhow, so far 17 minutes played. We've been looking like the better side, but 0-0. I think Forest Green would be a lot of fun because they got good youth and have good facilities by memory. No, Burton Albion has always been a good on my pro bucket list because they use the England facilities and like they should be world class. Turo, yeah, Turo was on the list. Someone mentioned Turo the other day. We have a highlights, Mac 10. Let's focus on the highlight first before I go get Turo on the list. Mac 10. I tell you what, Mac 10 scores, so Bosla would be proud of that. We're 1-0 up here, 38 minutes played, away from home with a slightly rotated squad, not too rotated. Slightly in the middle of the park. Mac 10, what a free kick. I wish it would stay on this camera angle. It has. Look at that for a free kick. Whippage. Whippage. That's some whippage, boys. Outrageous. 1-0 to the good. highlight. Henderson against his former club. Headed away. Are we on the break, maybe? Mohamed Salah can go. That's pretty poor. It doesn't look like Salah there, to be fair. Which is a little bit unfortunate. Could have been a break, wasn't it? Is this a chance here for Brentford? Oh, Dango. Atara looked offside. He's hit the post. And the flag has gone up. Free kick Liverpool. It's fine. We actually have a Truro City in we have a Truro City in Adelaide as well. It was the Truro murders. Highlight here before half time. It might be pointless as I'm just getting Truro City. I think they're in the Vanarama National League. Van Dijk doing Van Dijk things. Poor ball. Is this a pointless highlight, maybe? Anyway, Kevin Shader into Coyote. Good ball, actually. Great ball. Good header away from Endo. That's probably a highlight. This was pretty pointless. I love giving you that highlight. I have him in advanced playmaker on attack. Or not, there's no attacking role. I have him as the advanced playmaker. Florian Wirtz. I actually think he might be the other way around here, which is not what we have. But yeah, advanced playmaker on attack, and then as a pressing midfielder. But AP, which he quite likes, by the way. He quite likes an AP. Could also play as a channel midfielder and play two channel midfielders, which I have been tempted to do that as well. Because it gets him wider and maybe gets him a bit more involved. But I don't know if two channel midfielders leaves us a little bit high and dry. No match sound. There it is. Back to it. Time ticking away. 57 minutes played. Still 1-0. Dominating. $75 minutes. Let's make some subs. Very evenish game. Odegaard free roam. I did that with Cole Palmer and it didn't really work, but it was Cole Palmer, so yeah. Gonna get Rio in. I'm gonna get Jaden Dans in. Salah looks dead. Sure. Have to do it. Salah's gone. Anyone else tired? Not one else really that tired. Gravenberch will come in for, I think, McAllister. I'm going to move him into a central midfielder. And I'm going to move Wirtz into the channel midfielder. I'm going to get Kirkers in for Robertson because Robertson's on a booking and I don't want him to get sent off. See if we can see out this 1-0 win. Been fairly comfortable, but fairly comfortable doesn't mean that you win, though. Rio. Our star boy. Into Endo. Endo. Ryan Gravenberch. Hugo Ekitike. Good ball to Florian. Rio made a great run. Good ball. Rio. Oh, it would have been nice to see him score a goal. Straight away, though, Florian Wirtz. What a ball. Maybe it is two-channel forward time. Our tactic's working, so do I really need to change it? Probably not. That is a horrendous ball by Kanate. It's a great ball through from Wirtz. He's down to a 6.3 match rating, though. Van Dijk goes long. Don't know why he's looked for Rio for. It just looks like Brentford is starting to get on top of us here. Kirkes. Oh my, that's a goal. Wow, Thiago misses a bad chance. That's real bad. I'm going to move us into cautious here. Just lower that tempo. And time waste more often. Oh, there you go. Just try to make changes and the game will sim out to a win. Beautiful. Nice work, everyone. Kept a clean sheet. Another win, 1-0. Cool. Should have conceded there, though. Thiago missed some big chances. February Cup next round. We will be fully rotating here for sure. Try and bin it off here in the quarterfinal. Let United go on a run. Keep Ummerman in the job. And have Aston Villa, which is quite a big game here in the Prem because they're doing really well. Continue on. As often as I can, but usually Sunday mornings, Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday or Friday occasionally, but that's it. Let's go to Wirtz's page actually and go to performance and form. All competitions, he's averaging a 7, 6 goals scored, 1 assist, so he's not really creating. In the Prem, he's averaging a 7 in 9 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. Not getting a heap out of him. When you look at the channel forward, Szoboszlai's everywhere. He's bombing up, he's doing this, he's doing that. Do I go 2 channel forwards, though? Does that leave me open? I don't know. To be fair, I'm not signing anyone. Hate that you can't control all. Very annoying. Do we go try 2 channel forwards? I'm going to fully rotate and try 2 channel forwards without Wirtz playing and see what happens. I'm going to quick a full rotated side. Marmadish, Philly, Leino, Chambers, Kirkes. So like, let's go to Florian, right? Whoever he is. Florian Wirtz, right? And we go to overview. In the middle of the park, he prefers... Well, I don't have free roll. You can't play a free roll because he's not playing in the 10. He's playing as an 8. So you don't have a free roll in that position. In a 10, he probably would be okay. But yeah, we don't play with him in a 10. He plays in an 8. Got him as the advanced playmaker, just creating. I think he would suit a channel midfielder, to be honest, but I don't want to really change it too much. We'll get him to the bench, though, and give him some minutes off the bench, and we can have a look. Endo can start. Naomi can start. Man, they're just full rotated, eh? Fully rotated side, eh? Like, no one on the bench. Fair enough. Like, I did ask for it, full rotation, but can't, surely, right? Kind of Bradley injured. Connor Bradley is injured. Curtis Jones not past fit. Isak not past fit. Kezia might be close. No, he failed. Solo will make the bench just in case. Inglethorpe's son's actually meant to be really good on Football Manager. I love when you get something wrong, you emphasise loudly. Don't. Oh, Finn on FM24 had 5-star potential. Boo. I'm finding it a little bit better today, to be fair, Drop Bear. A little bit better today. But yeah, not too bad. You good, Mud? Yeah, not bad, Davey. How about yourself, mate? We'll go with that. So what's that going to give us? Mamadashvili, Gomez, Leone, Luke Chambers playing. I don't think we can probably play Luke Chambers. So we're going to play Badgertek back a line and actually do this, because that should actually help. Yep. Kirkes, cool. Endo, Naomi. I myself have managed to break it last night. Oh, what did you break? Morrison, I don't particularly rate, but sure. I don't want to really... We're just out of players, so... Well, has Morrison got potential at least? He actually looks half decent, even though he's not going to be any good. Gakpo, Dans, and Rio. Cool. Don't have another winger or anything that could play. Nah. Just everyone's too injured. Cool. As you guys can probably tell, we are absolutely throwing this Cabaret Cup game away against United. Just go out there and do whatever. I will play 2 channel forwards, though. I don't want to change it in the actual system. I want to do it now. I want to see how it looks. I hate that you can't go into tactics from, like, this page here, but, yeah, have to actually start the game. They've gone quite full strength. Typical United going quite full strength. Right. Tactics. Channel forward. Or channel midfielder, sorry. So we're playing with 2 channel midfielders in possession. Opposition instructions. I'm just going to ask the assistant. Yeah, I've seen that's been happening a little bit, to be fair, on the SI forums. There we are. All right, away we go. See what happens. We're at Old Trafford with a fully rotated team. Can we do something? Do we get pumped? We've had 69% possession, which is ridiculous. We're in the green. Obviously, at Anfield, we just slapped them up 3-1, and it should have been 4 or 5, and we had only 40% of the ball with our full strap side. So the young lads doing their job in the Cabaret Cup. Good on them. Anyhow, Mr. Joe Gomez goes back a line into Bajacek, into Endo. Our first bit of lag, by the way, just then. Oh, there we are. All right, the computer has been on for 2 hours, and we're now getting lag. That's the thing. Our computer can handle the graphics, as Mamadashvili makes a great save, and then after a couple of hours, it's like it gets too hot or whatever, and it just is game over. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get Fano or Big Chief when he's in chat to come and have a look and see what's going on. As we probably should have conceded then. We don't. Casemiro will... Oh, it's Bruno. Bruno should probably score this. He puts it over the bar. Look! 22 minutes played, a fully rotated team in a competition I don't care about. We're holding our own. We're holding our own. Match momentum even says that we had one period where we actually played okay. Hey, that's a foul. Katsuil Manaya. Referee, what are you watching? Can't click on the ref to see who it is, too. Bastardo. What is that? Should have been 1-0 down there for sure as Mount hits the post from the header. It never should have been a goal. Bajatek was mauled. Who was the referee there? Well, you can check on that tab here, but it went too quick. All right, we're getting absolutely dominated. It's hard to tell if the channel forward is two channel forwards are good or not. But yeah. Because I'm fully rotated, but anyhow. Gomez wins. It's only going to be as far as Casemiro. Bruno, if he turns, is probably going to score. Casemiro over the bar. All I will say 30 minutes in is they're yet to score, and I'm playing my third string side. Well, a mix of sides, but yeah. Sam Barrett, mate, that was a shocker in the middle of the park. Being a little bit dominated now. Look, lads, if you guys can get to the 80th minute at 0-0, I'll bring on the cavalry. But you've got to get at the 80th minute 0-0. And then I'll bring on the cavalry. I'll bring on Salah, I'll bring on Hugo Ekitike, I'll bring on Isak, I'll bring on Florian Wirtz. I'll bring them all on. Half-time 0-0, what a performance. Not what I'm going to say to the boys, but what a performance. I'm over the moon with that performance, lads. Yeah, exactly, drop bear. I'm doing the same. Wirtz has been a little bit not involved. Isak is outrageous. Playing off the left-hand side, but yeah. Anyhow, XG table's not what we want. We want the stats. We want to see the stats. I want to see the actual match momentum, but you can't put that here. I wish you could. Look, boys. United probably should have the lead, but we're playing okay. 60th minute, and United at Old Trafford can't break down a third-string Liverpool side. Seems pretty legit. I can't say that because they did beat us 2-1, but yeah, anyhow. Where's Harry Maguire? Is he going to save you? Look, 70th minute. I said if they get me to the 80th minute, I'll bring the cavalry on. They're nearly there. I've got my mouse hovering above the pause button. We have a highlight. Oh, no. Gakpo, Kirkes, Morrison, Kirkes, whip the ball. We got numbers in the box. He does. No, he doesn't. It's a long diagonal to Gomez. Interesting ball. Joe, you're not known for this, but go, my son. I don't know if he's bent it, but Gomez has scored. It lagged, unfortunately. We're going to have to move to a lot of graphics because the computer can't handle it after 2 hours. But Gomez has scored. That's a shot, boys. He's popped at top bids. Joe Gomez. Oh, this is beautiful. Banter. Absolute bants. A fully rotated Liverpool side, we're leading 1-0. With us leading 1-0, there's only one thing to do. Only one thing to do, boys. Only one thing to do, boys. That's not make a change. Kirkes, Gomez, Leone, and Bajatek are marshalling United. Marshalling United. That is Joe's first ever goal. Oh, we've got the lag, boys. Yeah, all right. We're just going to hit the pause button. This is what's been happening to me a lot. And obviously I did 13 hours yesterday. Is after a couple of hours, the computer can't handle playing on max graphics. So I don't know if that's my computer being an issue or not, but yeah. Because now we've got lag and like we unpause now that now it's caught up to where it wants to go and like it lags again. So like we've been playing on max graphics, no problems. And now we'll just go to low graphics so we get good gameplay. Wow, how have they not scored? What I might do is this, actually. Is Mohamed Salah for Rio. Hugo Ekitike for Jaden Dance. I'm going to get Florian Wirtz in from Morrison. And I'm going to get Endo off of Van Dijk. And those are the only transfers I'll make. That's just in case if United score, I've got some penalty takers out there for the shootout. But yeah, very about to win, boys. There you are, lads. Fully rotated first string side. Beat United 1-0 in the Cabaret Cup. Great result, lads. Great result. Had to move to low graphics, which is a bit annoying, but yeah. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just retro FM. It's a bit annoying because if they wear tape, it blanks it out and it looks like they don't have an arm or a leg or a knee. But yeah, it's not the worst. We got the fully rotate though, and we now get a full string side against Villa in a big game in the league now. Wonder who we get in the next round of the Cabaret Cup. It's well done, Joe Gomez. He scored from right back with an absolute bomb. A bomb. Tight angle, outside of the boot, top bins. Thanks for coming. So it hasn't told us we're getting in the next round of the Cabaret Cup. That might tell us today, though. Big game here against Villa. Are they still second with a game in hand? They're third with the same amount of games. Okay. All right. We received 38 point something million for what? TV rights. Cool. Quick pick, please. Allison, Freeman, Canade, Van Dijk, Robertson, McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz. We're going to play McAllister in here, actually. Is Sabozlai back? Saboz is not back. Isak's not back, is he? Kezi is not back. Cool. No one's back. Cool. Don't have any forward-minded players that can make the bench. Rio can make the bench at least. Do that. Yeah, that will do. away we go. See, this still looks fine as the old FM on low graphics. Like, it still looks okay. It's just, yeah, it's a bit whatever. Bit mid. Jones has been out for a few weeks, man. It just refuses to come back. We need to get opposition instructions. We need to ask our assistant. And I hate always man marking, especially wingers. Let's do that. Big game in the context of our season. Unfortunately, it's going to be Ian Matson. They've hit the bar. Still going to be 0-0 at Anfield. Been pretty good at Anfield. Interesting to see how we go. Good football. Florian Wirtz. Good save. Oh, we've got to put him in that channel forward. Shit. Channel midfield. Eventually say it properly at some point. All right, 23 minutes played. Yeah, I did. I've got him now in that channel mid. See if it helps. McAllister and Sabozai have been fantastic in it. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if it helps. We scored. Seems to be McAllister assist. Fano reckons our Get Tech Guru is that we installed it on our wrong drive and that it's the reason why we're copying the lag, which could be an issue. So, yeah. Still 1-0 up, though, through the corner. Wirtz is on a 7, so definitely channel mids are played better. That's a great ball towards Salah. Unfortunate. Good football. Salah puts it just wide. There should be a way for me to check if it's on an SSD or not. I reckon it's on the wrong drive. Should have checked where I'd installed FM24. I reckon that might be a reason for the lag as well, because we got quite a good computer. We got like 30 megabytes of RAM. We've got a pretty okay graphics card. So yeah, interesting. Should be half time here. We're going to get in at 1-0. Might try and uninstall, reinstall, see if that helps. Don't know enough about computers to know how I know which one my SSD drive is out of one of these two. Just wish it would say file system is an NTFPS. They're the same. Yeah, I'm unsure. Good first half. Yeah, Wirtz is playing at a 7, so he's definitely playing better according to the game, but yeah. Now, Frimpong finds Salah. Ball into Mac 10. Finds Gravenberch. Finds Florian. Good ball into Salah. Can he shoot? Oh, Mo. Stop it. That's great football. Florian Wirtz with an assist, by the way. I think the channel 2, channel forwards is definitely the way to go. Just seem to be way more involved.
Best word I can say, but will describe this. But
yeah, of course, John. I can definitely have a look for you.
Ooh, what was this?
Who's your mate? Of course we can. Caden Robertson. Can have a look at Mr. Robertson for sure. 2-0 up here, 65th minute. Morgan Rogers from distance over the bar. I will definitely try and uninstall, reinstall and see if that helps for our graphical lag. Gakpo is dead. Rio is on. I'm going to get Endo in. And I'm going to get Kirkes in. Curtis is coming back from injury, not 100% ready to go. I'll get him on a little bit later. I think we're only going to make those 3 changes for now. The game has been okay. Definitely the UI takes a long time to get used to. The tactics take a bit to get used to. Like in possession, out of possession is so much potential. So Boslai's injured. Should be back in a couple of weeks. He's been really good for me. Florian, what a run. Mac 10 scores. Channel mids are really, really overpowered, boys. What was I going to say? In terms of, yeah, tactically, don't have your fullbacks bomb on, basically. It's like old school FIFA vibes, where if your fullbacks go on, the opposition literally just play one long through ball, and they just run onto it, and then you can't do nothing. So, yeah, we got sacked at Chelsea trying to play this expansive way of football. Now we play on a balanced system here at Liverpool. Robertson literally plays inside fullback, so he just sits as a back three. Frimpong bongs on, but not like as an advanced wing back, just a normal wing back that will go on eventually. And that's it. And then making sure that in out of possession, you just get them all to hold in position. Really seems to help. But yeah, anyhow. Here's what it is. Hugo Ekitike. By the way, this is not what the graphics actually look like, but I think we made... Salah's down injured. Hugo nearly scores. Salah is down injured. The graphics look like this, but I'm copying a lot of lag. I don't get lag for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then my computer just lags every time. My mate works. All good, Mohammed. Good luck with the surgery, mate. And we'll see you next time, mate. I'm sure I will, with the time differences and stuff. But yeah, cheers, mate. But yeah, I text my mate, he's an IT tech, and he reckons I maybe installed it not on my SSD. So I'm definitely going to try and uninstall, reinstall at some point and see if that helps with the graphical lag. Because the game in preferences will give you a recommendation, and it says that I've got a high graphics, that I can play on high graphics, but it lags after an hour and a half. So yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, 1-3-0 here. Pretty good performance. Trust the team. Nice work, everyone. Very well done. We might try and uninstall, reinstall, but yeah. Hugo's been fantastic for us, by the way, this year. Like, look at his form. All performances, right, at Liverpool. 20 appearances, 5 goals, 6 assists. Pretty good. Yeah, mine's on an SSD. I don't know how to check if I've got it on the SSD or not, but I reckon Fano back in the day told me I had to install everything on my D drive, and I definitely installed this on my C drive because I didn't think about it, because it was 6 in the morning. I got up to pee and like, oh my god, FM's out, let it download as I go back to bed. And yeah. So I reckon it's definitely an issue. Now, what I am going to do here is I am going to save. And surely if I uninstall, I can reinstall, and off we go. And what we're going to do is we are going to exit the game, and we're going to do an uninstall, reinstall. Right. Oh, shit. Forgot to see if your mate's in the game. Apologies. Let's go do that first. Apologies, mate. My bad. Let's go do that first. Oh, there's an update already. Right. First things first, just in case there's an issue, go to Documents, go to Sports Interactive, go to FM26, go to Games. What's the last thing we modified? Literally this. So we copy the Liverpool database. Probably should also copy the Chelsea one too, right? And we just go here to FM26. I'm just going to paste them in here, because if we lose everything, at least we got the game save files. We should be able to reinstall, and off we go. So it could be an issue. Let's uninstall, reinstall John, and it should only take us 2 minutes, and we should be fine. I still have Football Manager 2024 installed. Let me just go properties and see where it's installed. Did I accidentally say it's running? Oh my word. Not what I wanted to do. See, that's actually on my C drive. Interesting. But FM doesn't take a lot to play. Where did F1 2024 go to, which has obviously got quite a lot of graphics? That's on my C drive too. I'm unsure now. All right. Apparently we can do this from Task Manager. All right, so let's go Task Manager. Go to Performance. Oh, my SSD is the C drive. Okay. So maybe it's right. There's an update, which is good to know. By the way, we don't need this open. Sorry, FM24. Yeah, to me, that's the C drive. So we don't need to uninstall, reinstall then. Just sending Fano some photos. Alright, so that should be that. By the way, I'm looking for a non-League to Legend club, so if you do have a recommendation, definitely check it out. I am going to do it, John. Apologies, man. I didn't expect this to happen at the same time. So SSD is definitely quicker than HDD. And it looks like all my games are like on the C drive as well. Uninstall FN21. I've not played it in a very long time. Where did they put football thing as well? On the C drive too. Interesting. What teams have I got so far? There's your list. Very quickly, we've got Scunthorpe in the Vanarama National, Southfields in the Vanarama National North and South, Halifax Town in the Vanarama National. We've got Dorking in the Vanarama National North and South, but I don't really want to do Dorking because that's just me jumping on a bandwagon that they've got what's his name in charge there and whatever. Morecambe Vanarama National League, Hartlepool in the VNL, Forest Green in the VNL, Cheesham in the VNL North and South, Chesham, not Cheesham, and Tourist City in the VNL. There we go. Yeah. Oh, you can suggest a team? Of course you can, mate. Of course you can. He hasn't responded back, so now it's a bit interesting. Braintree? We can definitely have a look at Braintree. Right, Fano hasn't texted us back, so maybe we'll just load back in and just deal with it, right? Whereabouts a Braintree, just very quickly. Braintree are in the National League as well. Getting a lot of VNL League sides. Was hoping to go one tier down, but it is whatever. It spins up. Cool. So, where all these games on the C drive. That's the thing. They're all on the C drive and play with no lag. It's very odd. Like, where does Rocket League go? Rocket League has very big graphics on the C drive. And when we look at Football Manager properties, installed files, it's on the C drive. So interesting. Maybe we just can't graphically play it. Let's do the update quickly. Start downloading. Now that I'm sure we're on the right SSD, then there we are. Update's going pretty quick. What's the first update about? Getting a quick little update here, as we can see. I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom as it's doing that, and then we'll load back in again. Look at your friend as well, John. All right, 1 second, boys. All right. Just going to have to deal with it. Surely we can find the graphics quickly as well. So that's installed. So the update's done. Cool. So we had an update for FM26. That's done now. Let's see what the max graphics is on FM. It's been some websites. Right, enter your CPU, enter your GPU, enter your RAM, and then yeah. All right, let's have a look. So system 10, or we are on 10. Storage available. Geez, that's a good question, actually. Let's figure this out. 390 gig. RAM is 30 by memory, I think. That's how much RAM I've got. I don't know how to find this info. GPU, here we go. I've got an NVIDIA GTX Force, whatever. Let's just move that here. Enter your GPU. That's a good question. How do I find a CPU? How do I find CPU? That's a question. Oh, CPU. It's literally above me. Lol. It's on there. For those wondering. Just want to get to the bottom of it. Sorry, boys. I've gone down the rabbit hole. Apologies, lads. Where's Task Manager? I just had it open. There it is. th Gen Intel R Core TM i7-117000 KF at 3.6 GHz. GPU not protected. Still doesn't detect it. Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't know what my GPU is. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, odd. Anyhow. Everything to me says that that should be working fine, but anyhow. Let's go look for your mate, John. We'll spin that a little later. Pretty odd. But anyhow, it's loaded in. Sorry for the rabbit hole there, boys, but I was down the rabbit hole, getting some graphical lag, as you guys can tell. Yeah. Here's what it is. All right, trying to see what's going on. Let's go search up your mate, though. Apologies, John, but we are getting there. Yeah, that's always been an issue. What is your mate? It was K.O. Robertson. Here he is at Birmingham. Let's have a look. Definitely in the game. Youngster, pretty raw, putting it mildly. Probably not going to be in football very long according to the game, but who knows, maybe a non-league to legend, he's got some pace, he might actually, might actually be very interesting. But there he is, Kato Robertson, good little legend, down at Birmingham, which is pretty nice to see. All right, this is throwing me a little bit. All right, you're lurking? All good, buddy. Go lurk. Oh, hello. Have they done what I think they've done? Nah. Oh, sending the assistant. All right. All right, with the newest update, doesn't look like this is working. Right, you can sim forward with the spacebar. Cool. That was already good. You can't use your keys now to go up and down. Are you serious? Oh, there we go. Okay, it might have just been glitching. It wasn't working, but now it's working. Cool. Don't know if that's like whatever. Can I go to Google? Because I trust Google. For an up over belly, nice drop there. Like, can I see the system requirements on Steam somewhere? I want to get to the bottom of this now. Now that I'm looking, I want to get to the bottom of it. Are you telling me you can't see the system requirements on Steam? Do we have like an official page of FM26 where we can confirm the system requirements? Alright, just texting Fana, letting him know. Who are playing Sporting in the Champions League? We're on 6 points, I think, by memory, on 15th. Sporting away or Sporting at home? Back a page will tell me. Sporting away. We probably shouldn't go too rotated. Just quick pick it for me. Allison, Frimpong, Canade, Van Dijk, Robertson, McAllister, Wirtz, and Gravenberch. We are going to move to 2 channel forwards, by the way. Channel midfielders, sorry. They have worked pretty well. So is the Bosler back yet? 6 days, he's not back. He failed his fitness test. Kezia, 6 days, failed his fitness test. 4 days, failed his fitness test. Interesting. So we can't really rotate, is what the game's saying. Isak got past fit. We just have to go full strength. So, all right, we'll go full strength. We'll go full strength. Good form, he's positive, certainly dug out. Let's go and play Sporting here. So there we go, we're in the green kit. And away we go. So no lag because we just loaded back in, but after an hour and a half or so of gameplay, it lags, which is a bit annoying. We are going to go into opposition instructions because I don't see any way you can't do this without being in the game. It loves for me to man mark, like, their midfield free. It's, like, really annoying. Right, 1 minute 40, highlights, and there we go. Struggling for the ball. It's probably an important game to get a point out of. If we could. Gravenberch does really well. Don't know why we worn our green kit against Sporting's green and white. Red would have just sufficed, but yeah, anyhow. Big run finds Salah. Finds Gravenberch. Cuts it, and Ekatike taps home. We are 1-0 up inside 6 minutes here, away from home against Sporting. Very well worked goal. 1-0 to the good. Isak going on a run. It's back to Sumadim Monde. Morita. Mangagos. Hello, Gary. How are you, Fano? We just went and closed the game and restarted. As you can see, there's no lag as Allison scores an own goal. Great. This is the full max graphics. It looks good. And then it will lag. I don't even know. Probably streaming. You know, I didn't go. I usually spend Friday nights with Candace's house, but I stayed here to do a 14-hour stream. So I'm streaming now. I was planning to have a break in a little bit and then stream again. Because I don't want to neglect her, but I'm guessing you guys want to do something. GPU is this, Fano. There's a save. Here. I've just texted you, mate. But he's here. Big Chief is here, which is our tech guru. So there we are. Mohamed Salah from a dangerous angle. Can he put a ball in? He can. It's a pretty decent ball. Back stick. Cleared away. Only as far as Trincano. And they're on the break. Beautiful. Sounds good. Should have probably been a goal. Still 1-1 here, approaching half-time. Been the better side. An own goal from Allison is the only reason that we are not winning the game, but it was cleared into him. He was on the floor. One of those highlights. Something you very rarely see in real life. There's some lag right there, trying to load in. But there we go. Eventually get there. Happy with the number of shots is what I will say. I actually am pretty happy with how they played. Just pretty unlucky to be at 1-1. Corner, Trincano, backstick ball. Canade heads away. We're good enough to get on the break. Florian is on the break. We have got a bit of stretch. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. He should have run centrally and played at the ESAC. Oh, Florian Wirtz, what a ball. Deserved a goal. Florian Wirtz, what a ball. Unlucky. We might need to go shopping, Fano. Because I want to fix this. Yeah, that's a good goal. He's onside. In a little bit of trouble, boys. That is onside. Yeah, I thought he was onside. Yeah, miles onside. I like shopping only for computer parts. Yeah, we might need to go shopping, mate.
The best word I can say.
Thank you very much for the follow, Alex. Alexis THFC.
Ooh, what was this? It was really good.
Getting dominated here by Sporting, which is not good. Haven't lost too many games this season, but this is not good. And we're not doing well enough in the Champions League. That's outside the box. That's fine. I need help. I think we do too, mate. Not like it's going well here. Wow, they gave it a pen that looked massively outside the box. Whatever. Yeah, don't have Joe Gomez. Yeah, I do. Beautiful. Just load and reload back in is what I would say, mate. Reload back in is what I would say for that one. Haven't come across that myself in 14 hours of gameplay, but yeah. 3-1 down here against Sporting. That's no good. We will go into an attacking system. It's going to be we're going to 1-2, lost 2. We lost to Man City, obviously, last time out. At the Ether had 2-1. But we are being dominated by Sporting, which, considering how well we played, I will say we have literally just reloaded back into FM. So FM has not taken any consideration into our form at all. And it just thinks we just freshly loaded in. So that's a bit of an issue. I've tried that. Yeah, then I wouldn't have a clue, mate. To be quite fair. As TK puts it wide. Made some changes here. I don't expect us to come back and win. I did expect when we went full strength to probably have beaten Sporting. We're now in a little bit of trouble here in the Champions League. We're definitely going to make it through the league phase. Yeah, which is not great. Definitely a much different... fuck off then, mate. Okay, Alex. All good, buddy. I tried. I don't know what else really to say. I haven't seen it. The only thing I would say is just restart the game, report it as a bug, take a screenshot, send it into the SI forums. There's a report bug down the bottom. I've done that a couple of times. But yeah, I wouldn't know. It's a pretty good ball out to Rio. Are on attacking though, which has not worked once, but anyhow. Rio, good dribbling, buddy. It's a great finish from Mac 10. Rio makes the goal. Look, if we could get out of here with 3-3, I would take it. But I doubt it's going to happen. Very well done by the Wonder Kid. What's your tone, child? Yeah, big mod, big chief will sort you out, buddy. We can see it again. Beautiful. Not been our day today. Has been. We're doing all right. Goal given, obviously. They're celebrating, so they already know. Mate, Van Dijk's had an absolute stinker. Just get him off. And considering the game is gone, we're going to get McAllister off as well. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Allison's on a 5.4 own goal. Like, we're 1-0 up and dominating, then we've kicked it into our goalkeeper on the goal line, and then, yeah, since then, we're just getting smacked. Yeah, very unlike us, but oh well. That's not good for us in the Champions League. We're actually in a little bit of danger in the Champions League, which is not good. But yeah, that's makes things a little bit interesting, that's for sure. I don't know what's gone on there. It's hit the post, the keeper's then dived into the ball, and then Gomez has tapped it in, but I think Gomez is offside. We're not celebrating. But it's been given. Alright, 4-3. What a crazy game. Great free kick, by the way, from Florian Wirtz. Gomez taps home. Gomez, by the way, never scored in his professional life. Now has a banger from distance and a tap-in, playing as a wing-back. Interesting. We have dominated the game, by the way, in terms of chances. They've had 4 shots on target for 4 goals. It's really annoying. Who got injured? Cool. Rio's off injured. Nice. What else we needed? Anything else that we needed to go wrong has gone wrong today? Would imagine this is us losing the ball and them going on the break because we're down to 10 men. The computer's now wailing at me. Salah from distance. Oh, what a save from their keeper. Rui Silva to keep it at 4-3. Crazy game today. Crazy game. Yes, mother.
You went home to sweeping.
Ah, all good. We lose 4-3 in the Champions League, which is not good. Alright, we can't rotate to the Champions League again now. We have to go full strength in every game. Mira's out for 6 to 9 weeks. Jesus. I'm copping so many injuries. It's not a joke, man. Every game is an injury, another injury. Old McDonald had a farm. It's an injury. E-I-E-I-O. It's been the same with every beta, though. There's always just big injury dramas. Just rest everyone for 3 weeks. Look at this. Like, injuries, unregistered. Yeah. It's getting a little difficult. Still top of the table, though, after 10 games played, which is not too bad. But Champions League's really, really no good. Our next Champions League game is bloody PSG. Then Frankfurt, which we did win 5-1 in real life. So we're probably going to go lose draw because of how it's going. Monaco at home is probably a must win. Bode Grimp we win. We probably get to 11 points. We just sneak in. So either we get to 11 points, we just sneak in, or we go and blitz it and we're fine. And I don't know what I would say about any of that. We got Man City away. We're going to play this game, and then I think we're going to call it a day, is what we're going to do. And we'll probably stream again later in the evening. It's the last game before an international break as well, which is good. Also allows me to diagnose these graphical and loading issues in the match engine. Fano's literally, I've told him 2 pieces, Big Chief, and he's like, yeah, that's 7 years old. So it's probably why we're copying a little bit of lag. And then, yeah. Anyhow, we'll play this game and then see how we go. Quick pick because you can't save a selection. Oh, we can actually do that, which is not bad. So Gomez, Leone, Van Dijk. Why? Without rotation, of course without rotation. They reckon Mamadashvili over Allison. Don't understand that, but sure. Gomez, Kanate, Van Dijk, Kirkes. We'll go with that. Endo, Naomi. What the hell have they picked? Don't understand what they've picked here. They're all fit and ready to go. Game's had a mare. It's maybe because they still think they're on rest, but they're definitely not. So Boz back, yeah. So Bozlai's back. Is he fit? He's not fit. He's failed his fitness test, but he can make the bench. Cool. Gomez has been in an outrageous form. I'm going to play him. I like playing people that are in form. Is Robertson in form? Not really. I think that's my best 11. Endo will play. Cameron Bertram make the bench over Naomi. Rio's injured. Getting some people back from injury, which should get them all back from the international break. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're definitely going to get off and we'll be on later today. And then, yeah. Big game against Man City. Anyhow. All right, away we go. We did lose to City 2-1 in the Champions League in a very even game away from home. Now in the Premier, we are top of the table. This would be a big one to win. But we'll wait and see if we do or we don't. We'll then get off. I'll liaise with Fano and maybe it might be we just need a shot. But Savinio nearly scores from kickoff. Worrying signs. And then, yeah. Haaland scores, 1-0 down. Yeah. So we have a system that works very well against teams that were better than, and then against opposition that are better than us or are very capable, we'd seem to struggle. So yeah. Oh, if we got to set up tactics. Opposition instructions are just broken too. They always want me to man mark as well. I don't understand, man. Don't man mark. That is never good because you get pulled out of position. Press, yes. Man mark, no. Don't mind if you man mark John Stones, though, because he can't then play out. He's the pivot. Like, he's the one that links the defense to attack. So if you got someone that man marks on him, they don't have that ball. Forces them to play in between those lines and risk turning it over. But yeah, anyhow, my bad. I need to remember to set that up. It's not on the. You can't go from your team talk into tactics. You can't make a tactical change before the game. It's very annoying. Anyway, good save from Donnarumma to keep it at 1-0 as Van Dijk's header was goal bound. Maybe it is, and I just don't see it. But yeah, very annoying. Apparently, we're looking for goal line technology. It's the first time we're seeing this. That is not a goal. Oh, it's a goal! They looked over the line. There was a gap. Literally, when I zoomed in, there was a gap. That would have been cool if they ever turned that and gave it a goal. Oh, what a ball, Hugo. Go, Hugo. Who's up there with support? Isak drops into the 9. Hugo beats his man. He's just going to shoot, isn't he? Donnarumma makes a great save. We're actually playing okay, to be honest. Marmoush really should have scored then too. That's the thing. So many big chances get missed in the match engines. Are pretty annoying. But yeah. Isak apparently got a 6.3. I don't think he's really done much to warrant that. But yeah. An even game, but City did take the lead. So they'll be the happiest of the two sides, obviously. It's a nadir moment. But yeah. Halftime approaching. This will be the pointless highlight before halftime, which we're on key highlights. I shouldn't show you this, but yeah. This is what should come at the end of every game, but not for halftime. Allison comes and claims comfortably. Great keeping. Start the second half. Hopefully we get our moment. And this will be pointless. It is. Nice. Haaland and Reinders. A fantasy Premier League's wet dream for lots of people out there. Bit of lag there, but we've got back to it now. Alexander Isak. Into Hugo. Needs a runner. What a ball. McAllister surely got to score. I don't understand how he's trying to chip Donnarumma, who's apparently got a touch. But why is he not just... And we don't see the corner. Why is he not just side-footed it past the keeper because the keeper's nowhere near him and he just scores? That's such a bad miss. It's like a 0.6, 0.7 XG chance and they haven't even warranted that. It's like clear cut. Good football, though. Good football from the boys. Very unlucky. Salah. We've probably been the better side since going 1-0 down, to be fair. Great stuff. Backstick ball from the free kick to Van Dijk. Van Dijk heads back across goals and Isak heads home. It's 1-1. Brilliance. Brilliance, brilliance. Really good to see. There's the lag, boys. Look at this for lag. Look at this lag. There we go. Right. 76 minutes. Let's make some changes. Ah, there's a highlight as this happens.
I'll go into the bathroom because I've sprayed.
You sprayed in the bathroom or good? Wow, Stone should have scored. So many chances get missed that really should end up in the back of the net. Isak's dead. We're going to get Gakpo on. Salah's had a stinker, but I'm going to leave him out here because look, it's Salah. Gomez is off. I'm going to bring Frimpong in. So Bosla is going to come in for Mac 10, coming back from injury, just try and create. And I think Gravenberch for Endo. Salah, even though he's tired, is just going to play. Make our changes here, 76th minute. Hugo Ekitike. O'Reilly. Oh my, what is that? Good save from Allison. Gakpo had the ball at his feet, and instead of just taking a touch or clearing it or whatever, he just moved it along. Wirtz wins. On the break, Hugo Ekitike, Florian Wirtz. Can he find a pass? Salah, first time ball to Szoboszlai, who's off the bench. We're flowing. 82nd minute. Big counter-attack. Big moment in the league season. Florian Wirtz. Again, though, instead of Szoboszlai just cutting it to Wirtz on the penalty spot and a tap-in, it's a shot from an angle that he's probably not scoring, and it's a keeper save that goes to Wirtz. But we're 2-1. They just need to fix that. They fix that, it'd be huge. Because, like, is he ever scoring from here against Donnarumma? Maybe. But is he ever shooting? Was he ever just cutting it? Like, in real life, he'll just put the ball here, Wirtz comes in, tap in, goal, right? Instead, it's a shot, it goes to where it needs to go, and then bang, it's in. But yeah, it should be a cutback instead it's a shot. We go 2-1 up here late doors. We lost in the Champions League, but in the league we're winning, which is huge. Florian Wirtz, Kirkes, Gakpo. Cuts it. Wirtz. Salah. Frimpong. Blocked. And now Marmoush's on the break. Oh, he's done his knee. Hopefully that's not a long-term injury for him. But yeah, that's unfortunate there. Been the better of the two teams here second half. Just like that, we weren't able to beat Sporting, but we were able to beat Man City 2-1. That is a perfect way to end the stream, boys. Perfect way to end the stream. I'm very pleased with that. Very well done, lads. Awesome. Very, very awesome. Eighth win in a row. Boys have done well. Absolutely love that. And that is us done, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. That was a good few hours in front of the computer this morning. I'm going to work on these tech issues. And then we're probably back later tonight. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a great one.